What is up, everybody? It is JT Sports. I am back to you guys with another episode of the JT Sports Podcast. And this is going to be a brief episode. I'm going to be giving you guys my Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots NFL Week 10 preview and prediction. A lot of you guys have been getting at me really upset because I haven't really been talking about the NFL like that over the last month or so. And I apologize for that. For those of you guys who don't know, I am in college, so my work schedule and my college schedule is kind of complicated. And then on top of that, some of you guys think I have converted into a strictly college football channel, and that's not true. The reason why I've been uploading more college football content lately is because, the college football games take place on Saturday, which means I can talk about those games on Sunday, upload predictions Monday and Tuesday. Meanwhile, the NFL plays on Sunday, which means it kind of takes a little bit longer to get those videos out midweek. And with me being in college, my schedule's kind of weird because all my assignments are due in the middle of the week, like Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm going to try to be more consistent with the NFL uploads. I apologize. I will try to be better. But let's get into this game. So we have the 5-4 Cleveland Browns taking on the 5-4 New England Patriots. This game is going to be played on CBS with a 1 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. The Patriots, as of right now, are going into this game as a 2.5-point favorite. Now, last week, the Cleveland Browns crushed the Cincinnati Bengals 41-16, and New England is going into this game riding on a 3-game win streak, defeating the Carolina Panthers 24-6 last week. The Patriots have defeated the New York Jets, the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Carolina Panthers in their last 3 games. Now, if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you don't really know the status of Nick Chubb because he was recently put on the COVID-19/injury reserve list. Now, his status for this game is unknown. Don't really know if he's going to suit up or not. But I don't really think the run game should be all that big of a question mark because D'Ernest Johnson is probably going to fill that role. He's probably going to get the majority of the workload, and we know what D'Ernest Johnson is capable of doing, like we saw a couple of weeks ago when he had that big breakout game nationally against the Denver Broncos on Thursday night. Now, this is a very important game when it comes to determining how the AFC playoff picture is going to look in the next couple of weeks because we're in a very critical stretch of the NFL season. We are in the month of November. Now, I'm not going to give you guys a lecture about how important the month of November is, but this is pretty much going to have a playoff atmosphere to it because you look at the Cleveland Browns right now, they are trying to keep up in the AFC North race. They're still in contention to win this division. The AFC North to this part of the season has been the most competitive division in the NFL. You have the Ravens who just lost to the Miami Dolphins yesterday on Thursday Night Football. So the Browns are trying to stay in the AFC North race. Meanwhile, in the AFC East, you have the New England Patriots, which if they are able to win this game and the Buffalo Bills lose to the New York Jets this Sunday, the Patriots could go into Week 11 with the lead in first place in the AFC East. And the Patriots have kind of turned things on over the last month. And I've been telling a lot of people that the Patriots are too well coached of a team to miss out on the playoffs this year. There are a lot of people who say that the Patriots aren't that dynamic. They don't have any explosive playmakers on offense. They're kind of boring to watch. They don't really do anything particularly special. They want to run the football, then they throw the football occasionally with Mac Jones. So a lot of people think that the Patriots are kind of boring. And I wouldn't call them boring, but, they have had a couple of flashy plays here and there. But overall, the Patriots are playing some really good football. And I told people before the season began that don't expect the Patriots to come out the gate hot. The Patriots are going to be a team that gets really hot around this time of the year, around November, around December, when they're able to effectively get that running game going. You got Damian Harris, who has been pretty productive so far. I have him on my fantasy football team. You got Mac Jones. Mac Jones hasn't had impressive stat line when it comes to his rookie season, but he has been the best rookie quarterback so far this year. He definitely should be in the running for offensive rookie of the year. Even though he most likely won't win the award, he should still be in the conversation because I know his stats aren't all that great, but he's been playing really well and he's winning games. And I had a friend of mine who told me, JT, do you think that Mac Jones is having the success he's having this year because of the team that he's on right now, with the New England Patriots having a great coaching staff compared to the rest of other rookie quarterbacks right now? And I also had somebody who said if you were to swap Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones, you can make the argument and say that Trevor Lawrence would be better. And I think there's some pros and cons to, that idea, because I feel like Trevor Lawrence's decision making in the first couple of games was kind of erratic. Mac Jones from the start has pretty much been pretty good when it comes to being on time with his reads, going through his progressions, not really having a lot of turnovers. And you also got to look at the fact that New England runs the ball a good amount of time. So you got two teams going into this game that are predicated on how successful they are towards running the football, because you get the run game going. Both teams want to establish play action. But I also feel like when you look at the Cleveland Browns, this defense has also hit their stride. And a lot of people haven't really talked about the Cleveland Browns defense this year. I definitely feel like when the Browns are fully healthy, this is one of the most talented defenses in the NFL. We know what Myles Garrett is doing this year. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, probably going to be your 1-2 when it comes to the argument of who should win Defensive Player of the Year this year. You look at how talented Cleveland's secondary is. You got Denzel Ward, you got Greedy Williams, you also have the rookie quarterback who they drafted out of Northwestern and Newsome. So this is one of the most talented defenses in the NFL when everybody is healthy and on the field, and that's the key thing, when everybody is healthy and is on the field. And Cleveland has kind of been ransacked by injuries this year, which is kind of the reason why they have the record that they have now at 5-4. But I think the biggest deciding factor in determining who's going to be able to win this game is going to come down to, okay, which quarterback is going to be more effective in the red zone, because you have two defenses that are pretty athletic. You got Matthew Judon, you got Myles Garrett. Both of those two guys are very athletic, been very solid this year, getting pressure on the quarterback. Matthew Judon has. But I think the red zone is going to be really important, because I think that these two defenses aren't going to allow you to just punch your way into the end zone running the football. I feel like the red zone passing game is going to be really effective. And on top of that, I wonder if Cleveland is going to try to force Mac Jones to have to win the game, because a lot of Patriots fans have kind of been a little bit vocal about how Bill Belichick has approached this year so far with Mac Jones being conservative. And, there's nothing wrong being conservative when you have a rookie quarterback, but some people feel like there are certain situations when Bill Belichick just chooses to take the conservative route because he views Mac Jones as a rookie, and instead he plays things a little bit too safe at times and doesn't really trust him in certain situations, which I do agree with to a degree, because I feel like, okay, yes, Mac Jones is a rookie quarterback. You want to put him in situations to thrive and succeed. You don't really put him in a lot of situations where he has to be asked to do a lot. But at the same time, this is somebody who you spent a first round pick on in this past year's NFL draft. So if Mac Jones is supposed to be the future of your franchise, I do believe that there are certain situations where he should be asked just to do a little bit more. But overall, when I look at these two teams have similar playing styles on offense, very physical, very tough. Cleveland, I've been very impressed with how they performed so far this year. When you look at the injuries that they've had at wide receiver, you look at the injuries that they've had up front, you also look at the fact that Nick Chubb was injured, and we don't even know if his status is going to be able to play in this game. So I'm going to take New England to win this game, and I'm going to take them to cover. The reason why is because I think Cleveland right now, they're still banged up, but they're still playing some really good football. But I think that the New England Patriots are playing better football than Cleveland right now. The offensive line is starting to play a lot better. The run game is really kicking in. And on top of that, the secondary for the New England Patriots has been very good this year, led by J.C. Jackson, who has been one of the 5 best cornerbacks in the NFL this year. So I'm going to take New England to get the win. 24-17 is going to be my final score prediction in this game. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, let me know who you guys have winning down in the comment section down below. Make sure that you go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and college football videos. Follow me on my social media platforms. Twitter and Instagram is down in the description down below. You can follow me there at JT_Sports_. And make sure that you guys go ahead and check out the JT Sports Podcast. Every video that is uploaded on the channel is also available on audio format on every single podcasting platform, Spotify podcast, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. The JT Sports Podcast is available. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys shortly with another episode of the JT Sports Podcast.